That's why.
That's pretty sneaky.
Tell me about downtown here, how it's changed since you've been working here.
Oh my God, it has changed. There is a lot of good people, more so than bad people.
I hear you have a birthday coming up.
Yes. August the 7th.
Yeah?
I'm going to be 90.
Wow, 90. That's a special year. Did you ever think you were going to make it that far?
No. But I've been working here, and finally I broke my hip a year ago on my birthday.
Oh, no.
And I did work here for a while, and one day a week and sometimes two, and I just find it too hard. So 2 weeks ago I brought my key in and I gave it to Pat.
Hard decision?
Well, not really, because I've worked all my life here and I knew where everything was. But when you're only working 1 day, 2 days a week, they move stuff around. So I felt as if I'm a newcomer saying, well, okay, where's this, where's that? And I thought, okay, that's it.
It was time.
Yeah.
It was time. Now, when did you first start working at Deegan's?
Okay, how I started, I was working at Reward Shoe Store. And Ralph said to Irwin, go to Reward, see if we can get Gail to come and open the bootery. And that's what he did. He came to the store and I said yes. So I started the bootery. Before I worked here, I worked with Irwin Achtenberg, and we were there for 22 to 25 years. And then Irwin died and we decided to close the store. And then I came here.
You're going to make me do math.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was a while back.
Yeah.
That was a while back.
That's pretty sneaky. Okay, I'll go with that one. Well,
what's it take to be able to sell shoes and fit well?
But you have to know how to fit. Like when I first started there, Irwin was very good. I'd try a pair of shoes on and he'd check it, and then when I got to know better, we used to go in early in the morning to put straight last orthopedic shoes in. It was a baby boot, but it needed support.
Right.
So if people toed in, we just got the right shoe put on the left foot, so it would straighten the toes together.
Oh.
And we did have straight last boots, no right or left. We did have those too.
Interesting. What was your favorite type of shoe?
Oh, I love fitting baby boots.
Yeah.
I was with them for 22 years. Matter of fact, when Kitty Colburn moved to North Bay, then Irwin was dead and I was by myself, and people would come in and say, Gail, can you measure so-and-so's foot? And then I'll go to Kitty Colburn to get a pair of shoes. But they asked me to give them the size, so
right.
They would say, okay, I want that size for my son or my daughter.
Oh.
But at the end I thought, this is crazy, I'm not making no money, I'm just telling them what to buy.
You should be getting a consultant fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you born?
I was born in Corbeil.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, 2 doors from the Quints.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
And we're about the same age. I think I'm a little older. I was born in 1933, and I think they were born in 34. I can't remember.
Well, they just turned 89 this year, so you were a year ahead of them.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, a year and a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I live out in Corbeil.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, near the corners on the highway.
Oh, yeah. They used to have a restaurant there. Now they have...
just a brand new convenience store and gas station. Yeah. What was the name of that restaurant? It was good. When I first moved out there, we used to go to dinner there.
I can't remember.
Jeanette's. Yeah. It was nice. It was a nice little restaurant.
Yeah, I have my dad's brothers all lived in Corbeil.
Oh, okay.
But I moved to North Bay when I was 5.
Yeah. What was your maiden name?
DeVoe.
DeVoe. Okay. I interviewed a couple, a young lad that was DeVoe out there. He had one arm real small. He came up. Did nice. He was playing hockey with sort of one arm that was a little stunted growth or something like that. Yeah. And there's a few other DeVoes out there too.
Oh yeah.
So when did you move into the city, the big city?
When I was 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My dad got a job at working for Eloy's Dairy. I don't know if you remember that. It's not here.
I remember Eloy's farm.
Yeah, well, that's
mostly just the stories of it after.
Yeah.
Because I only came here in '86.
Oh yeah, they were gone.
Yeah. But I knew it was a big thing there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you lived out near there, you said, or?
No, I lived on Main.
Maine.
Yeah. But my dad, first when we moved there, wasn't Maine, it was Copeland.
Okay.
That's where we lived. And then we moved on Main and bought a house. And then my dad built the house right next door.
Oh, okay. Were there many people in your family?
We were 7.
Yeah. Are you, are any of them still alive?
No, I'm the only one.
Last of the family, eh?
Yeah, my brother passed away 2 years ago with cancer. He was 5 years younger than me. And he said, that's not fair, he says to me. I'm supposed to be the last one living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last of my dad's family passed just a little while ago myself, for our family. So it's tough when the last one goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, working here, what did you find special about working here?
I love fitting the ladies because these were good shoes. They came with a B front with a double A heel, so you could fit them. Even now, you can't get those kind of shoes. You put a shoe on, they slip in the heel, you got to give them smaller. That's not a fit. I mean, they're too short, and then, I mean, it was just great having good shoes to fit.
What was a good brand name?
There was, oh my God, I figure I forget all this.
Oh, that's all right. But the good fitting shoes, it makes a big difference. I just bought a pair of Rockports that I had to get, I'm going to get Vic's to make,
it's Marcello that does all that.
Yeah.
He worked with us, you know.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He worked after 4.
Mm.
Like he went to school and he worked Friday night and Saturday. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he worked here.
Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah.
He tells everybody, oh, yeah, I know Gail.
Well, I think they're actually having something, his dad's 60th year working, next week, I think.
I didn't think his dad was still working.
Yeah, he still comes in. Yeah. And so they're going to have, another little thing for him. But I started getting my shoe done up when I came to North Bay here in '86, and when Vic's was on King Street.
Yes.
And I lived on 5th. So they've been doing my shoe for 37 years now.
Good.
Yeah. And always done a great job.
Yeah. No, they're really good workers.
What do you think of the antiques for your last years?
It was different.
Yeah.
Like if you go in my house, you don't see any, I call it junk, but you don't. I used to go with Pat, and we'd go to the house, and I'd clean, and then she'd be pricing, and so I'd go home, and that's gotta go. My daughter says, Mom, when you move, we don't have nothing to worry about. There's nothing.
All either gone or sold, eh? Yeah. Well, that's all right.
Pat was very good to work for, and she would tell you too. Even Melissa, she'd say, oh God, I remember when we first started, that's not clean enough. You got to use soap and water. When I see kids dusting with no soap and water there.
Yeah, it's a different sort of work ethic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, kids are different for sure.
You got any stories about Ralph?
Oh no, he's a good guy. Thank God he was good to me. Yep.
Yeah.
I quit smoking, and I'm talking 40 years ago. And I'd come to work and I'd be twisted and turned, and it was in the wintertime. He'd get my coat, put it on, go for a walk. I lost weight when I quit smoking. I lost 30 pounds.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, all I did is walk and cry. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's interesting. Most people gain weight, but
Yeah.
Do you found it tough quitting? Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I smoked a lot, so.
Yeah, I guess. When did you start?
Oh God, it must have been 17, 18.
Yeah. Well, those were the times. Eh? Everybody's smoking. Yeah. Glad you did though.
Smoke?
No,
No,
quit.
quit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I quit when the price, I can't remember, I think the cigarettes were about 35 cents a pack, and I thought, I can't afford smoke, so I quit.
You know what they are now, eh? Near 20 bucks.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. How much did you make an hour when you first started working?
Oh my God, I was making $35 a week.
Okay. And how many hours did you work?
We started at 9 and we finished at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So.
And no lunch hours, like we ate as we served.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah.
You couldn't get anybody to work for $20 an hour sometimes.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
But even here when we started, like Pat never, like we worked, say 7 hours, but we don't take time off for lunch. We just grab a sandwich, and if a customer would come in, you'd serve them.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's the way it worked.
Well, that's all right. Now, you got anything special planned for your birthday?
No, matter of fact, on my 65th birthday, my daughter invited just about everybody. And I said, I don't want that. I don't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they give me stuff and I hate to give it away. And
Yeah.
I think, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah.
So anyway, no, it's just my granddaughters from Calgary's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandson from Toronto. And my daughter. And that's it. A few young girls that I know. But even my friends, they all say, we're not invited. I said, no.
Yeah.
It's just a family thing. That's all I want.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Now, how many kids did you have?
2.
Yeah.
My son passed away about 3 years ago with cancer.
Mm.
And my husband passed away 30 years ago.
Wow. That's tough watching people pass, eh?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
But he had cancer and, he was suffering, so.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a blessing.
Yeah.
When they finally go.
But when the nurse came over and she says, I want you to keep working because, so I did. So I went home one night and Tim was washing his truck. Of course, everything had to be spotless. And he died that night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was supposed to retire. We were supposed to travel when he found out.
Mm. What kind of cancer did he have?
Lung cancer.
Oh, yeah. Did he smoke?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did he ever quit?
Yeah, he quit before me.
Oh.
Yeah, so he made me go outside to smoke then.
Oh, yeah.
Those days we could smoke inside, but not then.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's a tough thing. What did he do for a living?
He worked, well, matter of fact, when the kids were little, we lived in Elliott Lake. He got a job working in the mines.
Mm-hmm. And
then he didn't like working there, so we left about 8 years after. And he worked for Stradrick and Brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and the mine work is hard.
Yeah. He didn't like going under.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's not much to like about that. No, they have to pay people a lot just to do that. Yeah. Now, tell me about downtown here, how it's changed since you've been working here.
Oh my God, it has changed. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shoe stores here downtown.
Okay.
We had Delamoni's, we had Reward Shoe Store, we had Flawless, and there was another one.
Deegan's?
Oh yeah, well, that was for sure.
Yeah. I wonder, so one by one they must have just closed up. It was...
Yeah, the last one was Flawless,
Mm-hmm.
and they stayed for quite a while.
Yeah.
And that
I remember them when
yeah.
when I got here, they were
Yeah.
still going. Yeah.
Yeah, and but yeah, her husband got sick, and so she gave it up too. So
Right. Right. Well,
that's why it's not busy in the shoe store. You can't have one. You know, they go to the mall. I mean,
yeah,
you can't
they want
come
to
along.
shop.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Compare.
they'd come and they'd go there and they'd say, "Oh, well, I saw that shoe at Rewards," but alone, you
Yeah.
don't bother, and then you have to pay money in the meter.
Yeah.
And then go to the mall after. So
Yeah, that's the thing. You do need like businesses.
yeah,
So people have comparisons.
yeah, for sure.
Now they're getting ready to. You're getting out just in time. They're going to dig up again.
I know.
What do you remember the '80s when they dug up the first time?
Yes.
How long did it take for the street to get
Oh
put
my
back together?
God, a long time, but
Yeah.
yeah. But this here, they said they're supposed to redo all the stores.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't wait for that one, but
You're cynical. You could be a good reporter.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how would you describe living in North Bay? As far as what did you think of living in North Bay?
I liked it. I mean, like my daughter lives in Kitchener, and I would never live with that many people. I like a small town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me working in downtown, you know everybody. You know them by name and.
Yeah, it's a good feel.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I find North Bay is just the right size.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen bigger, I've seen smaller.
Yeah. And you know, we've had a few bad things now, but usually it's been a good downtown, a good place to live.
Well, every downtown and every city's going through this issue
Yes.
with the homelessness and the drug addicts and whatnot.
I mean, I can't believe that. And you know, they're sleeping on the street, but they can afford a cigarette.
Yeah, it is hard to fathom, eh?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I have no idea. The only thing I can see, my granddaughter works in Calgary, and she was a teacher, and she says, Grandma, she quit. She's looking for a different kind of work. They'd come along and they'd start doing things, and the kids would get bored. They'd just take their backpack and leave. Now, you never heard of that before. And she'd call the mother or the dad, and they'd say, well, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So what they do, instead of, they get fed up with it, they kick them out.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And then it gets worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of turn around and, when they're little, start then.
Yeah.
I was telling my friend, I says, I remember when I was here and went to the mall, and my daughter was only about maybe a year and a half, 2, and she wanted something, and of course, in those days I didn't have money. And I just turned around and I says, you kneel right there. And everybody said, can you imagine making that little girl kneel down right in front of everybody? But she never asked for anything again.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I said I didn't have the money, that was it.
Yeah. Well,
you
discipline.
have to be strict.
Yeah.
I don't slap them, but corner.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids, and one was that corner, and one was that one.
Yeah. Discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You've
respect.
got to.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. If you don't start it early.
Well.
Yeah. It's a tougher world, I think, for parents. They've this generation and the generation before that, I guess they were trying to do everything perfect. and then they, you know, but
Yeah,
if you're not raised with rules and discipline,
that's right.
then you end up growing up without rules and discipline.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. My husband was working with this one guy, and he had trouble with this teenager boy. He gave him a licking. The boy called the cops, and he landed in jail.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, he just kicked him out. He said, "Here, live on the street if you want."
Yeah. Yeah, it's either all or nothing, it
Yeah,
seems,
it's so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
Of course, the TV and the Hollywood
Yeah.
and the cell phones have made it even harder because
Yeah.
they see a fake life elsewhere that might be different, right?
me, it's the phone that
Yeah.
they carry around talking. When I go and my grandchildren do that, I said, put that phone away. I didn't come all the way to Kitchener to listen to you guys on the phone. If you want to talk on the phone, go to your room.
Yeah. So
No,
did they go
it's
to their
just
room?
ignorant. Yeah. It's being ignorant.
Yeah, it's a different it's a different world for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a parent coming up right now.
Oh God, no. Neither do I. I'd be in jail, I'm sure.
Well, my boy's 25, so I don't have to worry about it anymore.
No, he's married.
No, he's not married, but he's growing into a good man, and he's pretty respectful.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He has his edge to him.
Well,
Like I raised him to be his own man,
Yeah.
to think on his own and to have his
yeah,
own
for sure.
opinion.
Yeah.
We don't agree all the time, but we talk like
Yeah.
men, like adults together, right?
Oh, that's
So,
nice. Yeah.
and even when we're trying to get each other going, right? But no, I like the way he's maturing, right? He's on the right direction, I think.
Yeah, that's good.
He's not perfect.
No,
I'm not either.
no. Nobody's perfect.
But you got to try,
Yeah.
and when you realize you're over the edge, you got to be respectful of others, right?
Yeah.
So
For sure.
you just got to know how to reel yourself back in, right? Yeah. Well, it's a different world for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you do with your time now? Do you have any hobbies?
Not really. I belong to Blue Sky, and of course they have exercise once a week. So if it's like it's usually at the arena, and I live on Chippewa, so it's right beside. And if it's nice, then it's at the waterfront, and I do that. And then I've got a bunch of friends that we go for coffee or go for
that's good.
walks.
Yeah.
I love walking. I tell everybody people should walk.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, that's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice, good, and leave your phone at home.
Oh God, I don't have one.
Yeah, no, I see more and more people trying to get exercise, right? And it looked like for a while there, everybody gave up on that, but
Yeah.
it seems like
Well, see, I don't drive. My husband bought me a car. It stayed in the yard for about 6 months, and finally he sold it. So I walk. Like I live on Chippewa, right near the arena, and I used to walk every day here and walk back home.
Oh, no kidding.
No.
Cold weather, foul weather?
Oh yeah. Ralph would say, "Why don't you take the bus?" I said, "You go and take the bus. You got to wait 20 minutes. You either got to be early or you're going to miss it. So in 20 minutes, I could walk here."
Yeah, and good exercise.
Yeah.
Probably
And if you
that's
walk,
what kept you
you
alive.
stay warm enough. Yeah.
That's probably what kept you healthy and
Yeah,
moving.
for sure.
Well, I used to live at Chippewa and Castles in that apartment building.
Oh,
Yeah.
behind the arena, that apartment building?
Well, the one at the corner of Chippewa and Castles.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't live far from
There was
there.
an
I
old
can
German
see-
guy when
yeah.
I first got there. I lived in a little carved out bachelor apartment by the furnace.
Oh, you were lived down the basement?
Yeah.
Oh,
I lived there. I lived on 5th. I lived on 4th. I lived on 2nd. Right.
did you finally buy a house?
In '96, I bought a house with who became my wife and the mother of my child at Bolton and Rancier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I bought a house there. We were there for 6 years, and then we sold that and we went out to Corbeil. We broke up and divorced there in '09, but I stayed out there. I like not having neighbors. Yeah, yeah. So, but Chippewa is a good place. There you got the Y, the gardens, right?
Yeah.
You got the parks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you used to go to the ball games there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband enjoyed that, so we used to walk. Well, it's only 2 blocks.
Yeah. I liked it there.
Yeah, and it's not just that, me not driving. I'm a block and a half from the grocery store, and even like the other day I went and I have a walker if I go very far, and I went by Castle Street and I went to the mall. I mean, it's just 3 blocks, 4 blocks.
Yeah.
I'm so handy. No wonder I never wanted to learn to drive.
Well, it's all right there. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it good that the Castle Home and Castle Arms and everything's right around that corner. Like it's a 10-minute city.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, right on. A little bit more about your work in here and the customers. Tell me about some of the customers.
Oh my God. Yeah. Mostly they were all nice.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you always get some, but it was nice with the people. Yeah. The only thing with me, I was always terrible for names. Like they'd all come in, hi Gail, look. And I'd go to Irwin when we was at the bootery. I'd say, what's your name? And he'd tell me, and then I'd go and start talking. Oh, I'm still bad for names.
Yeah, I'm not very good either. And that's not good in my business at all.
No.
I wish I could remember everybody's names, but just meet so many people, right? It's hard, right?
Well, especially here. I mean, this was a real good shoe store, so I mean, there was so many people that came in, like in men's shoes, and they all had Dax and Floorshine and the best. So.
Did you ever have any of the politicians come here and shop? Do you remember them?
No, not that I can remember. I know a few priests that I sold shoes to.
Right? Yeah. You need good shoes.
Yeah, they stand a lot.
Yeah. Any other friends that you made that came in as customers or anything like that?
No, not really. Like a lot of them is the girls that we worked. Had lots of us working because we had all at the back and all upstairs, like for shoes.
Oh, no kidding. Eh?
Yeah, like in the winter time, we'd have our winter boots upstairs. We'd have to bring them down and then bring our sandals upstairs. I mean, we had lots of work to do. So we were 5, 6 girls, and then we had 2, 3 part-time that would work Friday night and Saturday.
Yeah, so you made a lot of friends that way.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything you'd always wanted to tell people about yourself that you think people should remember?
No.
Yeah. What's your life philosophy as far as the thing goes, as far as what keeps you human?
Be kind, I guess. And like I went to the hospital, I broke my hip a year ago on my birthday. This birthday I'm not going out. And I got a card from the nurses. I wish I would have brought it. There must have been 60 nurses. They went and got me a card and put all their name, and even the 2 doctors I had.
Oh, that's special. Yeah.
They were so nice.
Oh, that's right on.
Yeah, no, I was so well treated. And of course, I joke with them. I say, if I can't get a treat, I'm going to tell. They say, God, give her a bloody treat. No, very, very nice.
Yeah, no, I've heard good things up there. Yeah.
I told the new doctor, I have a new doctor, and I told him, and he said, I'm going to tell the girls because he says there's so many complain about nurses. Well, I mean, I can see it. If you're tired and the people are, I want this, that they could be cranky, but it's just normal. Like when I'm working here and I used to be tired, I'd be cranky.
Well, Well, I don't think being cranky is a hanging offense. I hope not. I get
No,
grouchy.
you go in the back and say, that bitch.
Yeah, I get grouchy. Yeah. It should be allowed.
Yeah.
Right? Just try to be kind
Yeah.
to people that deserve it.
No, we've had a lot of good customers.
Yeah.
There is a lot of good people, more so than bad people, you know.
Yeah. It's hard to remember that sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we get to see
Well,
all the bad
especially
examples.
now, yeah.
Yeah.
But nope. Okay, is that it?
Yeah, we've covered all the ground.
Good.
Unless there's something else you want to talk about.
No, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
And I'm going
me
to
too.
put this together in something that I think all your friends will like.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're all happy for you.
Well, a lot of them, a lot of my friends, like they figured that that's why I quit 2 weeks before my birthday, because I know Kat was going to try to do something here, and I thought, I don't want any of that, so I brought my key in. Anyway, and all my friends said, well, you should stay and we'll all go and see you. And I said, yeah, that's why I quit.
Well, then now you can just say, you can see the video.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. What day is your birthday?
August the 7th.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, I'll have it up before that.
Good, all right.
Maybe even on that day before or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I didn't want to do this.
I know, but I'm glad you agreed to do it.